Today I'm going to show you guys just how to actually get better in Warzone, okay? Or any game, really. This doesn't matter. This doesn't apply to just Warzone. This applies to every single game that you want to improve on yourself, okay? I'm going to break down exactly how you can improve on your own game. This is how pros do it. This is how the competitive players do it. Top AM, pro levels, even coaches for the pro levels, okay? This is just how it's done. We're going to show you exactly what they do. We're going to show you exactly how to make adjustments and exactly how to break down your own gameplay, get more wins in Warzone. All right, make sure you got notepad and pen, okay? Notepad and pen. You're gonna need it. All right, double checking my classes, making sure I have what I want for this game. First things first, I'm looking to see where the plane is going. If you look, you got the line right here. What does that tell me? That tells me that the circle is all right here. That tells me right here is the circle. So if I know first circle's here, I know the first line is here. That means that this will be a hot spot because stadium's always a hot spot. Superstore is definitely gonna be a hot spot. Right? Superstore is in that path. It's in that direct line path right there. So I know there's gonna be people coming from Super. I know there's going to be people stadium. There always is. Downtown's a hot spot. Hospital's a hot spot. Okay. I know exactly. Plus, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but over here, just behind my camera, this dude was talking crap, telling people to meet him in lumber. So I know that there is a lot of things that are going to be going on in this match before we ever even leave the plane. Okay. Before we ever even leave the plane, I know that there are going to be a lot of people on this line. Okay. Now, because of that, I'm looking to see where my closest scavenger is. I really like starting the game with a scavenger, but I'm also trying to find a spot that I feel comfortable in with consistency, okay? I still want a contract, and I definitely want a vehicle. This is the spot that I choose. Why? Because there's a bounty, and in my brain, I'm thinking, okay, the bounty's probably gonna pull somebody close. If I get in, drop early, get a weapon, I get to the vehicle, I can chase down my bounty. Good start, okay? Let's see how this plays out. All right, pause. Already we get some action, okay? Already we see that there is a person right here, okay? We already see, let me change this color, make it red. So already we see that there's a person here, okay? I know there's also gonna be a person that drops the back side of this red. And I know there's another person somewhere over here to my left that's coming in. Watch what happens. We're getting shot at by the person that just landed, just like we said. The person that was left, let's rewind this. The person that was left, okay, that we were just talking about, the person that was left is our bounty, right? Like they're our bounty. That's who our bounty is, right there. The person that was left is our bounty. So already we know where that person left is. They're our live ping. They're the bounty, okay? We know that this person just shot at us, right? We know that this is the one that landed in the building. If I can get an arrow. This is the one that landed in the building that we saw come in on the parachute. Okay, so we know he's there, right? Now I want you guys to listen to the audio cues and see if you can't tell what happens.
Bounty targets are up.
Lighting up. We're gonna loot. We know we got chests in here. We got guns.
Bounty targets are KIA.
We know this guy's here. We're looking for him. We hear him. He hasn't pushed out. We're gonna go grab more loot. Get more plates. Did you hear that? Listen, now we know he dropped off the building. Listen. There it is. No, he's to my right. I don't know if he knows that I'm here. I know he knows I was in that building, so I also know that he knows I'm here, so he's high alert, right? He's high alert. I know he's gonna be looking for the kill. He's high alert. I don't know what he has. I know where he is, okay? We play this. We try to see if he's looking. Now we know he sees us. Right here, we know he sees us. I knew he was looking for me. I had a feeling that he had an idea of where we were. If he played aggressive, that was best case scenario for us. He caught me a little off guard here. I'm not gonna lie. I was slow peeking, hoping he was checking the building. He was not. We hit our shots. However, he had a head glitch. He had cover. I'm out in the open. He's on a head glitch. His armor's broke. My armor's broke. I'm still out in the open. He's now behind cover. So in my brain, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I need to get behind cover. I just picked up my bouncing Betty, as you can see down here. You can see down here in my little area. I got the bouncing Betty right there, right? So let's see how this goes out. Cracked him. If he wants to push me, because he just slid out, he was aggressive, right? He was very aggressive right there. Very aggressive. If he wants to push out, I put the Betty down. He runs into the Betty. He doesn't. However, instead of him, now we're getting pinched and we're in a really bad position because there's nowhere for me to go. I've got to fight out this. There's no question about it. I'm gonna let the whole thing play through now so you can see, but watch what happens.
Concussion grenade out.
We heard him. We had to react. There's no question about it. That was pure reaction. The downside is he just got rid of our spring mine. The other guy can push us. So we get behind cover. We replayed up. We know we have to chow this. Okay, we know we have to challenge this. Or we try to make a run for it. See what happens. All right, I see where he is. He's out in the open, right? He's out in the open. He's against the house. In my mind, he's going to go to cover, right? He's going to go to cover. He's going to go in that building. He's either going to go through the window that we already broke or break through the window. He's going to go through the door. In my mind, he just shot. He's going to go to cover, get a better angle to keep me pinned, okay? That's what's going on in my head. What do you guys think? What do you think? You know, what do you think he's going to do? See what he does.
Under fire.
He doesn't move. He stands out in the open. He's standing out in the open. He's got a door right here. Granted, he kills me. No question about it. He kills me. But he has a door right here. My thought is he's going to run in here. Okay. He's going to run behind the door. At least he's going to sit inside the doorway for some kind of cover. He's going to go behind the window. Thought I had enough time. I didn't. He clutched up. He made a play. He killed me. He did. Now we're in the gulag. Early game, we only got one kill. Now we're in the goo. We have to win the goo to keep our streak going, to keep alive, just to keep it alive. We just do. Now, could I have played that a lot different? Yes. I do think that I could have played that a lot different. Looking back, I could have continued my gunfight because I did have first shots. The only thing that he finally did have cover, but he had no plates, which meant that my 2 or 3 bullets to the head would have killed him. So I probably could have won that gunfight right then and there. Seeing that other guy pushed us though, I probably still could have got shot in the back while pushing that guy. So ideally what I think I should have done, played it exactly how I did in the beginning. Shoulder peek the corner again instead of trying to run away just to see if he stayed outside. I think if I would have shoulder peeked, he would have shot at me again. I would have known he was still there. I could have played it back up, or I could have just immediately slid out, got first shots to catch up and make the difference. Okay, that's just what I think I could have done a little bit better in that situation. These rocks get me every time. There are shots. All right, we win the goo. We win the gulag. Now we're back out. Starting the game, 2 kills, back out. No guns, only 1,300 to play with, okay? We got to find ourselves a contract. We got to find ourselves a vehicle. Okay, that's what I'm looking for the whole time. We're still in the early game. We still have a chance, but we have to make it back. We're at a little bit of a disadvantage. We are. That's why you need a game plan. My thought here is that I'm going to get this recon. I'm going to find out where the circle is. Hopefully get the vehicle. Kind of hang out. I hear the guy. I immediately hear the guy. I immediately run for cover. All I have is a pistol. I don't have a gun. I don't want to force anything. I don't know where this guy is. In my brain, if he pushes me, if he rushes me, I can sprint out the bathroom, maybe go out the window, break his LOS, something. But right now, as it stands, if I'm standing there picking up a gun, I'm dead. He's going to shoot me in the back. Period.
Capture it for information on the next gas spread.
I'm trying to get the cover. I realize he didn't push. Pick up my gun. Still not plating up yet because I don't know where this guy is. Now I know he's upstairs, where he's on the other side, but I'm pretty sure he's upstairs. Testing for audio cues. Nothing. I still hear him walking around. So now I know he's upstairs. I'm checking downstairs just to make sure nobody else is sitting here. I hear a guy flying in. I'm checking to see where he's going. I see that he landed on the other side of the fence. Okay.
Airstrike in the area.
At this point, I should have played it up. I should have. I know I should have played it up at this point. I forgot when that second guy dropped in. I know I should have played it up. Now I was curious to see if this guy had died. I lucked out here by getting somebody else's loot. His heartbeat sensor was huge and it told me the guy's still here. That was not the guy that I was looking for. Try to wallbang him here. He takes off to the other side.
Switching mags.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? So right now, I know this guy's upstairs, okay? So why am I not pushing him? Because I know there's another guy now. The heartbeat just showed me that there's another guy. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on. Where'd it go? Watch this. Boom. See that? Now I know. This changes my entire style, right? This changes my line of thinking. Now I know that there's a guy here and the guy above me. This is probably the guy that was on the other side of the fence. This is probably the guy that was on the other side of the fence. However, if this guy starts challenging me, if this guy pushes, he's the one that used the PA, he didn't get a kill, and he starts pushing this building because he knows we're in here. Now I have to worry about him and him coming downstairs, okay? I need all the ammo I can get. All I have is this LMG and a pistol. That's it. I know I have a smoke. That's the only tactical I have. We play it slow. We play it slow. I feel like I'm uncomfortable. To be honest, I'm uncomfortable. I feel like I'm in a bad spot. I just got all my gear back. This guy's been sitting in the building. You can see the guy's pushing. I'm waiting on him to come in. I need some free loot right here. This will put us back in the game. All I have is an LMG. Playing it safe. Now, I don't know about you guys, but in most of my games, this person doesn't just stay here. Like they're in solos, I run into a lot of people that just sit in buildings and don't really leave or move, but they at least run throughout their building, right? Like they at least do something. This guy just sits in here forever. Like I have to find out where he is, slowly break down and be methodical about this building. I don't have a fast enough weapon in my mind to chow this really hard. Second, I'm lining up the heartbeat. He's not there. So now I'm thinking he's in the bathroom. I should have grabbed that SMG. Scared him. I'm absolutely one bullet. Absolutely one bullet. I mean, I am absolutely one bullet. I mean, I'm so weak right here. I know I need to get out of there. Now I'm thinking he's pushing me. I think he's coming in from downstairs. Now I know he's downstairs, not upstairs. Actually, I still think he's upstairs here. I think that's somebody else outside. I still think he's upstairs at this point because I don't realize that there's a window in that room. So I don't know if he's in the bathroom or if he's in the back room. So I RPG both just to test. Once I do that, I realize he's probably not upstairs anymore. He's probably downstairs, but I'm still going to clear it out just in case that person that was outside was there. Once I get in here and I realize that that window's broke, I understand now that he is downstairs. That's the guy that we were just shooting, and he's downstairs. Now we're trying to find a good angle. We realize he's doing the exact same thing. He's holed up. He's not doing anything. Now I'm looking for a window that's already broke that's not his. I wanted to hop out of a window, but I didn't want to break one and let him know that I was coming from outside. And I should have played this way faster. I should have been looking for a contract here. I should have been doing something other than dicking off with this guy for 30 minutes. I mean, this was just ridiculous. I should have either pushed him and challenged him, just like that. I finally make the call. I finally say to myself, we've got to make something happen here. We're wasting too much time. That was the level of mentality that I needed from the very beginning. I realized that. Watching this back, I realized that that was a level of mentality that I needed to do that. Now I'm back to doing contracts immediately, which is what I should have been doing the whole time, to be honest with you. Not doing it for the armor satchel, though. We already picked one up. I'm really doing it just for the cash. Really want to get some money rolling in. Checking the heartbeat as we run, because we definitely need to start getting some money to get back in the game. My thought process here is that I do want my loadout, but I also have one down. So if I can work my way to the one that's down, I will have enough money for the end game. Not necessarily, you know, for the end game, but I'll have enough to basically make my comeback. I realized after watching this back, ooh, I see somebody on heartbeat. Two people now. I realized after watching this back that there are a lot of mistakes that I can go back and fix, and I'm gonna try and point most of them out here. So right now I know that I still need to get this, but there's two people here. There's one in this building, so he's going to see me make any kind of plays towards that scavenger, no matter how bad I want it. Now I know they're fighting. I'm gonna let them fight. They don't know I'm here. I know he's still at this door, but I also know this guy could push me from behind. The likelihood of this guy coming out is a lot higher. These shots were terrible. Definitely need to get my shots up. The likelihood of that guy coming out before the guy that I'm looking at now was much higher because the guy in that building had just got tagged. He backed off. He plated. He doesn't know where this other guy is, so he's going to play slow. The guy that I shot and killed right here, I knew did some damage and was going to be trying to find a new position or a new angle to attack this guy when he came out. I just knew it. So that's why I turned around and focused on the other door instead of the guy in the building, because I knew the likelihood, the percentage of that guy coming out of that building before the other guy was much different. Right now I'm trying to get the scavenger done. I know he's still in the building. I don't think he's going to push out, not until the storm at least. So I'm going to go finish this contract. Still checking, because I don't want to hop on this building and get shot. Do not want to hop on this building and get shot. So to me, he's gone. Grab this box. I'm gonna leave him. Contract focus, 100% contract focus. Picked up a little bit of cash, not much, but I picked up a little bit of cash, as you can see right here. A little unlucky by having to go to the other side. Always checking the heartbeat. I know people that are ghosts could still be in here. The ghost doesn't work unless they're moving. So I'd hear them at least. Trying to decide what I want right now. I know I don't have loadout. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I still feel like I'm in a really awkward position. This game's going okay. I only got 4 kills at the moment. I know we end with 13. And I'm just checking out before I buy anything. I'm checking out. I'm going to smoke it because I don't know if somebody's watching this. This is in the circle. I'm just going to play it safe, right? Just going to play it safe. Hop in my UAV. Figure out if anybody's here. I realize nobody's here. Don't have enough for self here, but I at least cleared out my area. Now I know I can go get my loadout. I know nobody's in the area unless they're ghosts. So they could be ghosts. But that UAV, I had enough for a UAV because I didn't buy loadout because I had enough for a UAV. I can go get the free loadout, and I had enough for a backup UAV for the end game. And because I did that, I immediately run over here. I know that nobody's over here. If they are, it just is what it is. They're ghosted. It is what it is. That's the game. We're going into third circle. The likelihood of somebody being out here is very, very small, especially when the circle looks like it's downtown. So there's going to be people trying to find their spot to sit for the rest of the game. But try and get this. My hopes are that this supply run is really close so that I can get a free UAV. Or not free UAV, free self-revive. That's my thought process here, is I want to get to this buy because I want the free self-revive for the end game. I only got 3,400 to play with. I can't just go buy one. I absolutely want self-revive. Check in here. There's nobody here. Should top off my ammo. I do. Top off my ammo because I'm right next to it. Always checking the heartbeat while I'm running. See, somebody died there. I was trying to make sure nobody was going to shoot me while I was running. One thing I noticed is that I keep my screen centered like they're on the single level, like you see now. And I really should be looking on top of the roofs. Or I am looking at the roofs, but I should be centered at the roof so that if somebody chows, I'm not in a bad spot. See the sniper there, and I'm really debating on if I want it. Tell myself I don't because I'm not very good with them yet. Don't like crossing the streets. Still working my way to this supply run. I'm still working my way. The whole time we're working. Right here, I should pop up people on the map. I do. There they are. I see the guy to my left as well. I know I need to get to this building. I also know he's on my level. I'm checking to see how close the guy to my left is. He's not, which tells me I can get to this station. But I'm going to wait because I see this guy coming. Free kill. Automotive spans down. Done. So that little bit of hesitation, that little bit of patience, the awareness to pop that UAV made the difference there. And I know that. I also know I'm going to get a free self. I'm going to get... Hold on. Let's talk about that for a second. All right, so I'm going to rewind this because this actually is a lot of important information, and I don't realize how much. I mean, I realize it while I'm playing because I'll tell you my thought process while I'm playing. Hold on. All right, so in my mind, I'm going to this supply run. I'm getting the UAV. I'm getting the self, or not the UAV, dang it. I'm getting the res, right? I popped the UAV because there is a ton of places that somebody can be. So we see that this guy's here, right? We see the guy there on the UAV. But before I pop it, I know that I have a direct line from point A, point B. There's a line there. Now I can be shot from all these different places. I mean, there are so many spots here, here, here. There could even be somebody here. I already checked the heartbeat, so I know that there's nobody in that small building right here. I know there's nobody here, but all the other places, absolutely. So I popped the UAV. To me, it's worth it to pop the UAV here. Why? Because 5,200 is coming back into my pocket for completing this. I'm getting 5,200. That's 800 away from replacing the UAV that I'm using. Using it here will also give me all of the information that I need to check the map. If nobody's here, I can see where they are. I know where they're not, right? So there's a big win here. I'm getting the money back for the UAV. I know where they're not. I can plan my next route. I pop it. We see somebody. Now I know I have to get the kill on the person. I'm still going to be prioritizing the contract because supply runs, I can just run by it. I get my 5,200 for the UAV back, period. When we get the kill, it's huge because he does drop a bunch of money. But before the money, we know we're getting the UAV back. We're getting the free self-res. So we have 10,000 in value on here. We have 10,000 in value coming back to us. 800 shy of 10K, okay? Before we get the kill, we have 10K coming to us. We have 4,000 for free self-res. We also have a UAV getting replaced, and we get information for it. So that's my thought process here. We really get a little bit lucky by this guy just waiting for somebody to get to the buy station. It's unfortunate his timing on this, but he takes off. We get the kill. It puts us in the game. That's great. But that's kind of the thought process that's going through my head. This is the kill that we needed. We got it. We were patient. And now we're going to start slowly snowballing into what we need for the end game. So then what do? I pick up the stuff, pick up the loot. I immediately get my free self-res because I don't want to waste the discount. I re-get my UAV. Because of the money he gave us, we pop one to get more information again. We're looking to see where people are. Got one on the buy station. Got one mid-street. I mark them because I know about where everything is. We bought our second UAV. It's sitting in the pocket. Because we killed him, we got the free UAV. We also got a car here. We definitely don't want to cross all this open without a car. We just don't. So we hop in the car, we cross over the bridge, get as close to cover as we possibly can. I still want to be by a buy station though. I know somebody's here. Put us back in the game. Somebody else is here. I don't realize it at the time. Had he been looking down, I would have died. I didn't realize I was directly under the ladder. Throwing my impacts. Trying to figure out the best way to get up there without him killing us. I hear him drop down. Biggest mistake he made was dropping down. He had power position. He dropped down. Now I know where he is.
Fire sale is active.
I would love to have participated in this fire sale, but I also know this guy has the likelihood of also trying to participate in it. I throw smoke for voice cue. Let's rewind that. I'm gonna let this play out. I throw the smoke for a voice cue. Listen to his character call out.
Smoke out.
See? Hear the audio cue? He's still there. I was really wishing I had impacts right here. I'm trying to remember if there was a way to get on the roof without having to come from the top ladder. I remember getting up here at one point, but I don't remember how. So I'm trying to figure out that way up. I hear him start moving though. Also, the heartbeat sensors, I just noticed. Come on. I know we're not gonna fight, but I just noticed that heartbeat sensors have a battery on them. Do they last? I mean, they're not the whole game. I really didn't notice that. I really didn't know that. I thought they were the whole game. Look, heartbeat sensor 30%, bottom right of the thing. Do they run out? Comment below and let me know if they run out. You know, obviously like the video. I like this, like the video. We like breaking down gameplay. You like getting better. You like figuring out just what mistakes you make on your quest to be whatever it is that you want to be the best there ever was. Then come on, just like the video. But I really didn't know. Do heartbeats have a timer? Like, I know armor boxes and munition boxes and all that, you know, they run out, but heartbeats, let me know in the comments below. Let's get back to this. Really good that we used the car right there. Now, I want to double check and make sure that that was the guy up top. I'm pretty sure that was the guy up top. And I know he wasn't ghosted, so when I see him not on the ping, I realized that that was the guy. Now we get to get all the loot in the world. Now we're back in the game. Now remember, we went from 3-4 kills, and we're already up to 7 now. We're getting closer to the end game. We have the money. We still have the fire sale, so we're going to pop the UAV for info. We get popped. That's okay. I still want to get my... Whoa. Still want to get my heart or my advanced UAV. There we go. Wait up. We're going to smoke and go get our other UAVs. Don't panic. Don't panic in that situation. He knows we ran away. He doesn't think we're going to chow. We're going to smoke, pick up our UAVs, pop the advanced, grab our last one, and go. I'm marking where they can see me. I know he's on top of that building, so I'm trying to get cover. And just like that, we're safe. Now we're trying to find the path to the circle, the easiest path to the circle without getting shot. We're going to replate up, though, or we're going to get our plates. Thank God we cap out. Now I'm looking. I see where they're at. And once I realize he's all the way up here, there's just no way. There's no way that I'm getting up there without dying. We're just going to call it a day. We're going to make our way into zone. We have a very clear... let's pause this. We have a very clear path to me. What I'm thinking here, right, is I'm okay at the end game. I'm okay at the end game. I do need to improve. Obviously, you can improve everywhere. I'm okay at the end game. So in my brain, I'm thinking, okay, I have this whole side of the map that has nobody. After looking at the advanced UAV, getting all the information that I need, I know that where I'm going is inside the zone, for one. Okay, it's inside the zone. I also know that nobody's there. I know that nobody's there. It's safe. I can get situated. I can make my next plan. Right? So that's what we're gonna do. It's exactly what we do here. We're gonna make sure we cross. Hopefully he's not looking at us. Going inside. Immediately going inside. Immediately. Now I'm looking at my UAV again. I'm seeing where they are and where they have to go. I've marked the ones on the edge. Now I know where they have to go. Now I'm looking for a free pick. I know this guy has to leave. I know that he's going to get out of the storm. I thought he was going to go top roof and he was going to fly down, but I don't think he does. There he goes. I didn't see him. Okay, I just saw him. I didn't see him at the time. I don't know if you guys saw him or not. Let me know if you saw him. I don't know if you saw him, but look, I see him, but I don't see him at the time. It almost bites us in the butt because we got a little bit worried here, but I don't realize at the time I see him. He's right on screen. He's right on screen. He's right here. He's right here. He runs right through there and I don't see him. And I know you guys don't see this. I'm looking at the ridge line. I'm looking at this roof line, right? Like this is where I'm looking. Because in my mind, he's going to be somewhere on this roof and he's going to jump off, parachute down, whatever. He's going to do something. He's going to come in. He's going to go this way. Okay. Now, hindsight being what it is, if he is on the roof, he jumps down, he comes this way. I didn't miss him jump out of the roof. He definitely came from the bottom. But either way, all of his paths would have been through here. Even from here, would have been here. This is why we watch the videos. right? This is why we review our gameplay. Because had I understood this in the moment, regardless of whether I saw him anywhere here, right? All of these lines point where? Right where he's going. Right where he's going. I would have got that kill. Every day that ends in Y, I would have got that kill. 100%. We don't see him. Let's see what happens. 14 people left. 7 kills. Still have our UAV. I know there was 2 over here also, by the way. So I'm looking for the second one as well. I still think this guy from the building's here. I didn't see him leave. I didn't. Heartbeat's not picking anything up. Now in my mind at the moment, in my mind, he has rotated from this building this way, all the way around. That's what I'm thinking. So I still think that I'm clear and I'm safe for my beeline to the building. The zone is quite literally the line that it's telling me to get to the zone is my point. In my brain, that's the building I'm going to immediately because it has cover. I don't know if you see it because it has cover. You see right here. Wait, all right, you can see that it has cover. Lines pointing to cover. It's in the zone. It lets me reset. Lets me get my bearings. See what happens.
Gas is closing in.
What I tell you? I told you. I remember this game. In my brain, I immediately know that that's where I'm going. I ping it just so that in the heat of the moment, I can get there. Especially if this guy's still here and I end up having to fight. I know that the guy's still up there and he has to come down too. Pop my UAV. I realize that's you. I understand in this moment. I understand. I said again, I'm not a pro. Okay, I've been competing for a long time. I didn't make the pro league. I'm not a pro. Okay, but I know how to break down gameplay and I know how to learn from my mistakes. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you guys. I know for a fact that there were 2 people that I saw on the buildings that I was watching. Okay, there were two people. I didn't see either one of them cross. Right. I know that guy in the top building. Not this one, but the top building that the arrow's pointing to, he's still there. He's still there. I know he's there. I want to know if he has left, for one. That's the first thing I want to do. I want to know if he's left, because if he hasn't, there's a possibility I get sniped when I cross this road. That's the first thing. Second thing is there's 2 people unaccounted for that I knew their general whereabouts. There are 2 people where I knew that they were somewhere near me, and I don't know where they are. Still have the UAV. I'm moving to cover. I need to know if my cover's clear or not, because as you can see, the best place for all of those people to run, right there. That is the best spot for either of those 2 people to go. Now, granted, the guy that came from, I don't want to back it up. The guy that came from the other side could round to this building, right? They both could, but they would have fought. I would have known something. There would have been a gunfight. There would have been something that indicated that they were in that building, and there wasn't. So I'm thinking somebody's in my building. Sure enough, we popped the UAV to double check. Somebody's in my building. Now I know I'm about to get into a gunfight, right? Let's watch how it plays out. Likelihood of him having a better position than me is good. Now let me pause this. I want you guys to notice something. Already, this is what I noticed, because I'm slowly making adjustments in the game for how I have played, because I don't see everything, but I do understand when I mess up, right? The very beginning of this video, I messed up by not challenging hard enough. I know that this guy's in this building. He doesn't know that I know he's here. I know that he's in the building. I also know that he already has his self set up. He either has shock charges, Betties, he's on a head glitch. I know he has cover. He has the advantage. He has the 60-40, 70-30 advantage. I know this. I would say 70-30, but I know he's there. So I'm going to say he's 60, I'm 40 right now. So to me, to make up that difference, if he's here and he's looking for me, I have to hit it and hit it hard. It's the only way. I have to catch him off guard, try to hit first shots. I wait. I see he might be at the edge. Boom. I slide right there. If he's out in the open, I've got first shots. As long as I continue to hit bullets, I win the gunfight. I realize he's not there. Immediately, I know where the ping was. It would be further to my right, which tells me he's either in the hallway or he's on a head glitch. And I know he heard me slide, so I know he's looking. There's very limited cover here. I have to be careful how I play it. I wait for the second ping. I see where the ping is. Look where I lined up. Look at my arrow. Okay? Look up here. Okay, arrow is pointing at the dot. It's thick lines. Arrow is pointing at the dot, right? Arrow is pointing at the dot. He is right here. He is exactly where I thought he would be. He is on the head glitch. He is on a head glitch, okay? Centering is good. He's on the head glitch. He has the advantage. I am completely exposed right here. He knows I'm here. He can see me clear as day. Perfect shots, right? So for me to win this, especially with a submachine gun, I could back off. I could switch to my AR, try and shoulder peek and get him off the head glitch. That's not going to work to me. To me, that's not going to work. It was too slow. That was the same play. That's the same way we played the first death. The first death, not the first kill. The first death that we got this game is the same way we played it. We tried to slow peek it with an AR or an LMG, whatever. We tried to slow peek it with a long range rifle. He has advantage. He wins this every day of the week. This is 80-20 to me. I have a 20% chance of ripping him off that head glitch. I have my submachine gun in hand, okay? This is the SOG. It's not mine. I picked it up, but this is the SOG. I know I have a submachine gun in hand. The only way I can get this kill is to get close enough or a better angle. I know that I have cover right here, okay? I know I have cover right there. I know I have cover right here. If I can make my way here, I win this gunfight. I win this gunfight. I change it to a 60-40 for him. I win the gunfight. See what happens.
Hostile UAV.
Use cover. I try to rip the head glitch to back him down. Right there, I realize I can't make it to the next set of cover. Okay, I realize I can't make it. All right, whatever. I realize I can't make it further. So I switch to AR. I rip him on the head glitch. Okay, I switch to the AR. I rip him off the head glitch. Period. That's what I do.
You've made it to the top 10.
Now I know I can reset. My UAV is still active. First thing I do after the kill, I know nobody's around me. So while I'm plating up, I pull up the map and I make note of where everybody is. That's just what I do. You have to do that, right? So I know this guy that was on top of this building right here, okay? He's the one, he's gonna be this guy. What in the world? What in the world? Hold on. I broke something. Oh no. Ignore this. Hold on. Oh no, I broke it. Hold up. We gotta pause. All right, we're back. Technical difficulties. Okay, figured it out. All right, so I know that the gentleman that was on this tower, okay? Goodness gracious. Hold on. Let me fix that again because that's way too much. All right. So I know that that gentleman is on that tower, right? That's a little bit better. So he was here. This is him. This is him. It's still too thick for me. Hold on. So I don't like that. All right. I know. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? This guy right here. Okay. Guy's right there. He's right there. I know where he is. The UAV is telling me everything that I need to know. Oh my gosh. That's why you keep your desk clean. I just messed all that up again. All right. So the UAV keeping all of this clean. Okay. All of that staying clean. I know there are 10 people left. Okay. I have 8 kills, but there's 10 people left. Counting me. 10 people. So 9 people is what I'm looking for. Don't have an advanced. So these are all the people that don't have ghost. So now I know that there is 1. Good Lord. Now I know that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on the map. Okay. That leaves 4 unaccounted for. 4 are unaccounted for. Okay. So if these 5 are all on the map right here, okay, they're all collectively in here. The likelihood of one of these fighting somebody, about 30% to me, about 30%. Okay. So I know that there's probably still 3 people unaccounted for. Okay, there's probably still 3 people unaccounted for. Somebody's going to have ghost that's in this, at least 1. So I know I'm still looking for 3 more people. Okay. Somebody's probably here. It's 1. Somebody's probably here or here. That's 2. And somebody's probably here by the buy station. That's 3. So I know that where I'm at, I'm safe right now. This guy's the only one that I know of that's out of circle. I know there's somebody probably here. Absolutely guarantee there's somebody there. And I know somebody's over here. So anywhere that I try to go, it's going to have somebody. Okay, circle's getting smaller. We're getting on to circle 4 and 5. Right? So the way I'm going to play this is I'm going to stay here. I just know. I obviously played this game. Like I've obviously played this game. So I know what's going to happen. But this is my thought process in the game. And this is why I review these gameplays to slowly get better. Okay, so my thought process is we're in the I know that this building is in the circle. I also know that I have an exit point here that lets me out. I also have a beeline to here. Worst case scenario, I have a car right here. Okay, I do have a loadout here. I'm assuming everybody in the end game has a loadout. I don't. I've picked up other people's loadouts. No, I went and got mine. I got my loadout. But somebody could be just like me. They could be waiting for the free loadout. So I know that there's probably going to be somebody here. Okay. I also know that just did it again. I also know that there's a car right here. Okay. That car tells me that one of these three people, well, I'm doing it again. One of these three people are going to be trying to get to this car. Or should. Because in my thoughts, in my mind, the circle is going to end probably over here in the open. Again, I played this map. I know where it ends, but we're just looking at this, just looking at all of this. My thoughts are that the circle is going to end over here, which tells me I want a vehicle or they want a vehicle, one of the two. Now, again, I told you that there's already these 5 here. In my brain, I know that these 5 are here. There's definitely somebody on the buy station. There's no way that we're final circle. There's a buy station in the circle and nobody's there. There's just no way. So I'm 100% sure. Obviously, I can't be 100% sure, but I am 100% sure. Just copy the color. Hold on. I'm 100% sure that somebody's here, which means that if I go for this, the likelihood of them meeting me is pretty high. So I just want to see where the circle is. That's what I do. Let's see what happens.
UAV is bingo fuel. Returning
I'm marking all my people.
Hostile shooter. Switching mags.
Peeking this to see if I can't see that person crossing to the car. That's what I'm looking at. Somebody's going to be trying to get to the car. That's what I see. There he is. I see him. Now, I see him messing this up, and I thought that I'd be able to get that with the TTK, but I missed after the first shot recoil bounce. I missed. But now I know he's there. Downside, he knows I'm here. But instead of him hopping over and getting to that car, we're good. But I knew he was going to go for the car. Saw that? He went for the car. But now he knows I'm here. And now I know I have to make a play. And if he's not going to challenge, I'm going to go. Checking the rooftop. There he is. That's not the same guy. I know that that's not the guy. I know that's somebody completely different. I got a feeling he's in the bottom.
Loading new mag.
Now I know he's somewhere with here. He was in the bottom. Some bad timing right there. He's not on the edge. Storm's coming in. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta stick to my original plan. As you can see, I already marked where I'm going. I know I'm getting sniped. All right, let's break this down. Let's break this down. Let it play a little bit because I want you to see the other mistake. I made a few mistakes here, but I also made a few good plays. But I'm gonna let this finish just so you can see the other mistake real quick.
Reloading.
I see the gas mask. I see the gas mask on the ground. So I'm thinking I can loot all of this. I already saw the gas mask when I killed him. So I'm thinking I can loot all of this because I can replace my gas mask after it's used.
Get to the new safe zone.
Waiting for it to break. Gas mask is gone. I waited for my gas mask to break, and now the gas mask is gone, and I'm confused because I could have sworn that I saw a gas mask. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. So now I can't sit here and loot even more like I wanted to. So now I have to go. I have to go. I have to make an improvised change. Okay? Why did I come here instead of my ping? Well, first off, my ping was more of a marker location just to see the general direction that I was going. But let's rewind it, right? Let's rewind it. I know this guy's here. I know he's here. Okay? I take off running because the storm's here. Storm's here. I've got to go. I cannot stop. The storm is not going to stop. Okay? It's final storm, or not final storm, but it's one of the final storms. It's an ending storm. It's going to do some damage. It's going to move quick. I've got to go. I've got to go. Okay? I know that where I'm at, there's probably going to be somebody else sniping at me. There just is. Somebody's going to be on a building somewhere shooting at me. We're still downtown. We're still somewhere where people have a height advantage. I know somebody's going to be there. And we just fought. We just got in a gunfight, which means anybody that's high ground is going to be looking at where we're at. They just are. I get a little bit lucky here. My awareness that all this is going on is there, but I still get a little bit lucky. I know for a fact that this guy is doing the same thing that I'm doing. The one that we just fought is doing the same thing. He's got to get to cover. He's got to get inside the zone. Okay? There's only one building for us to go, and that's the one that I have pinged. So I round this corner. I know that if he's not in this archway, he's going the long way. I see that he's not in the archway, because if he's in the archway, my plan right now is to beeline to the corner that I'm looking at and challenge him. That's just what's going through my head. We get sniped at while we're crossing. Right there. We get sniped at from the roof. Now I know I don't have time. I have to make sure my gun clicks, and I also know that I'm about to be in a gunfight. No question about it. So we slide the corner. We try to get as close to the centering as we try to get the best centering we can. We know he's going to be here. There is nowhere else for this guy to be. And if he goes somewhere else, great. We just got out of line of sight for the sniper, but we know the probability of this guy being here is 90%. We challenge. We have to challenge. There's no question. We can't backpedal. We can't run. He makes the decision to try to find cover because he just lost first shots. We get the down. We get the kill. That's what happens. Now, we know the sniper's here. Right? We know the sniper's here, but I also know the storm's here.
Gas is closing in.
Which means I can't go that way. I cannot go that way. It's being watched. I cannot go that way. And because I can't go that way, I'm still upset about this mess thing. Because I can't go that way, though, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. I know I'm safe. I know I'm in the building that I pinged, right? I know there's a bounty in here. Now, granted, I don't realize at the time that the bounty's not on my level, because my thought process here was that if I grab the bounty, I get a live ping for the end game. Okay, but that just didn't happen. We're up to 10 kills, 6 left. See what happens. Keep in mind, we know the sniper's on top of the roof. We know he has to come. We know he is. I want you to pay attention. Okay? I want you guys to pay attention here. You guys, still here. He's still on that roof. So we smoke. We know he's there. We smoke, we get as close to cover as we can. Trying to find our way out of here. Before the circle moves. We hear somebody making a rotation. I'm gonna let it play out. We're clearing our building.
Enemy UAV over.
This guy was sitting on the nasty ass head glitch.
Always play your cover. Always play your cover. He had to run because I was on a head glitch. Had first shots and I was on a head glitch. Again, I know this guy's still on the roof. So I'm trying to get under the building he's sniping from. Here we go.
Gas is moving.
All right, where are we at? Where we at? Let's pause for a second. Where are we at? Okay, where we at? We just got 2 kills. Okay, we know there's 3 left. 3 left. We were running to the building where we knew the guy was. Okay, we knew the guy was on this building. The guy underneath was definitely not the guy that was shooting because his building was he's still in the zone. He's going to be on top of this building. I do not want to be anywhere where he can see from that building. Okay. And because he's on top of this building, and now we have made it to this building, we know that when he starts shooting at anybody coming this way, we're good. We can tell where they are. He's going to tell us where they are. And that's exactly what happens. Let's let it play. Now, I also know he has to come off of this building. And I just refreshed my gas mask. See? He's shooting. I know where they're at. I see where they're at. They're at this building. I also know he has to come. He has to come down. Now, he makes it to that building. Awkward angle for us. But we still know where he is. We know he's on top of our building. We also know where he was shooting. So we're going to look to see where he was shooting. See? We're going to challenge the other side. Get some shots. Going back on the beat immediately. Dude on top's going to try and shoot down. Immediately. Now we're in a spot. We have to make a play. This guy's got to jump off.
Impact going out.
I want to keep this guy down so I can kill the guy that jumps.
You're in the last two. Now finish this.
He's got to go.
Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
All right. We keep him up there because we know we have to challenge. We don't realize at the time.
No target.
We don't realize at the time. We get the win. We don't realize at the time that he dies up there. He dies. In my brain in this moment, okay, two things are happening. I have to keep this guy right there. I have to keep him over there because there's a guy on the roof. In this guy's mind, he's fighting two people. So he's a little bit distraught, okay? He's got one high, he's got one low. I know that the likelihood of him challenging me before he challenges the guy up top is very low. I wouldn't say very, probably 30%. The likelihood of him challenging me first is 30%. He keeps looking at me and he gets pegged for it. The guy up top hits him. When he looks up top, he gets shot by me, right? I know, statistically speaking, high ground is king. So this guy is going to be trying to kill the guy up top because the guy up top can see him. He has to play. That guy has to play as this guy has to play as close. He has to play as close to this wall and this as humanly possible because the guy on top of the roof, the guy up here, can shoot him if he doesn't. I know this. I use this to my advantage. I pop shots. I know he has a sniper. I pop shots, get him off his game, make him have to back off, replay it. I know for a fact he has to stay here. He cannot go anywhere. There is a guy up top. This is a 1v2 situation for him. Okay? For him, this is 1v2. For us, it's a benefit. We are in the best spot we can be. Granted, I know that the zone pools, like I can see the zone pools this way. So like I know we're not in the greatest spot. If this guy had just sat here, I still don't think just sitting there would. I think he was just in a bad spot. Because the guy on the roof is shooting him. I'm shooting him. Right? This guy, I just did it again. This guy has to kill the guy on the roof before he kills me. Because if he kills me, but he got hurt, the guy on the roof's just going to come down and kill him. It's just what's going to happen. So what happens is I decide to wait because I don't want this guy up top to shoot me. Right? I don't want the guy up top to shoot me. I don't want this guy to challenge after he plates. So I throw my impacts. I keep him pinned.
Impact going
The
out.
whole point was to try to keep him pinned and let the guy up top hit him if he tries to peek. Now, granted, let's rewind it just a little bit. I was going to cover here. Can you see the cover? Right? Just in case I had to, I have gas mask. I have gas mask. Okay? So in my mind, this is crucial for me. Because if this guy up top drops, I don't realize the guy dies. I don't realize this. I don't realize he dies to the storm. He was weak from fighting me and the other guy, or the other guy at least. I took his plates beforehand. The other guy probably had him weak. Pretty sure the storm kills him. I don't see a kill feed. I don't see anything. He dies. I don't notice that. Looking back, I see it now. I don't notice that. So it's 1v1 now. It's a 1v1. And if that guy killed him, then he would know that. So that's why I think he dies to the storm. I think the guy dies to the storm because he's also still looking up top when I round the corner. He knows I'm coming now, though. But the way I'm playing this is I'm going to cover. I have gas mask. He has zone. We both have. He's in the zone. He has the advantage. But if I can rip him off a head glitch from the angle he's at, that's what's going on in my head right now. Okay? So I'm running closer to that. In case this guy comes, I can get him, run to head glitch cover. He's not there. This guy knows I'm here now. Switch to the sub for a close quarters fight, and that's it. GG's. This game. It's first solo win. There's a lot of things I like about this game, and there's a lot of things I don't. I pointed out a lot of the things that I don't like about it, and I pointed out a lot of things that I do. I'm going to continue to do videos on this, mainly because it helps me improve as a player. Also helps me get used to talking to the camera, talking to people, getting experience, creating content. So that's another benefit. So I'm going to keep doing these videos. I hope you guys like them. I hope you guys learn something from them. I hope it helps you improve just as much as it helps me, because watching back your own gameplay really does help. Watching back somebody else's gameplay and seeing the mistakes really helps. Okay, this is raw, authentic chat. This raw, authentic content. This is not going to be just highlights. It's not just going to be crazy stuff. There's good stuff in here. Good stuff in here. Battle Royale solos, 13 kills. We only did 2 contracts. I'm not proud of that. We had a really early game, really slow early game, and we didn't have any snowball help. We did not. We didn't have any snowball help, and it is what it is. But we learn from it. Okay, and that's the whole goal, is to learn. to get better, to improve, and have some fun along the way, man. So if you guys stay to the end of the video, I really do appreciate it. Please, please, please hit the like button, subscribe it, because if this video didn't help you, it may help somebody else. It may help somebody that you know. It means the absolute most, not to me, because it does mean a lot to me, but it means the most to the viewer that you help get this video in front of. It helps the audience that needs this video, that needs to watch it, that needs to learn and improve. But I appreciate you guys. As always, it's nothing but love here on the channel. We'll see you guys in the next video.